minutes left. Welcome to the Tag of the Show.
That was our walk-on. That was our fancy hiding walk-on.
Boy, we were so hidden behind that TV, Candace. That was a beautiful idea. We are TV's only source for all the hide-and-seek you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. Yay, me.
Yeah, you. And I'm Candace Bailey.
Let's just do another round for me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's do another round for me. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'll just stand right here. Thank you, guys.
We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
That we are, and guess what? On the show today, professional punching bag Steve-O is here. We've got a book filled with tales of self-punishment and one tale of confusing a tranny for a lady. Well, you were there. I had to use you. Spoiler, he penised her anyways. And Sarah Underwood continues her Fleet Week tour of duty. Today, she's actually flipping burgers for hungry troops because they're hungry for food. Nothing else.
What is this?
Brandy glass and a baby.
Oh, okay. That's weird. And because you guys literally asked for it, today's Gadget Pawn covers the Samsung Infuse 4G Android. Welcome to the world of flash-enabled web browsing. And on Game Break, American McGee is going down the rabbit hole again with Alice Madness Returns. And Adam Sessler is here to explain whether or not that's a good thing.
You ever do the rabbit hole?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know how to answer that. But I do have one thing to tell you.
What, Candace?
I got a fever, and the only cure is more web videos. I told y'all he was gonna laugh at me. Where's okay?
I thought you were for a second.
I'm not.
That's why I walked away. I couldn't handle it. Hold on. This is very
For
important.
the record, I am Candace Bailey, not Christopher Walken. Okay? I know. I do that good of an impression, but it's me.
Boy, is my face red. I was convinced. I was tweeting, met my idol today.
Our number 5 video today is a tribute to the greatest of all prop comics, Gallagher.
I love Gallagher. I do. Except Gallagher, if I recall, he used a hammer to smash watermelons, right?
Yeah.
This guy uses something else.
1, 2, 3.
Redemption! Not really.
Don't worry, that red stuff on his face isn't his blood.
No, it's his dignity.
Yeah.
Head wounds, they have a lot more dignity coming out of them. It's a little known fact. I was on stage with Gallagher, by the way.
Really?
When I was like 6 or 7 years old at Knott's Berry Farm. Thank
What
you
were you
very
doing at Knott's Berry Farm?
much. Riding the rides, tasting the delicious jams.
But why were you on? No, why were you
Hating
on?
the experience of being with
No,
my
no, no.
family on a road trip.
Why were you on stage with him?
He asked for a kid from the crowd, and I got plucked up there. He made a stuffed penguin pee on me, which was great.
Was there actual?
And then refused to come out of his little Gallagher door at the end of the show to sign an autograph.
Well, that's disappointing.
Where is he now? Thank you.
And where are you, Kevin?
Oh, touche.
And at number 4 today, a wonderful, useless product called the Happy Hot Dog Man.
Not to be confused, there's a porno of the same name, which is hilarious. It takes place at a mall. It's next to a
Kevin,
Wetzel's.
Kevin, this wiener modifier apparently exists because your food isn't fun until it looks like you're eating tiny people.
That's true.
Hot dogs. They're as American as baseball and apple pie. But what makes a hot dog more than just a hot dog? Introducing the Happy Hot Dog Man. It brings ordinary hot dogs to life, making lunchtime more fun. Just put your hot dog into the Happy Hot Dog Man and close the lids. The Happy Hot Dog Man makes a happy imprint on your hot dog. Now you're ready to cook it into a fun Happy Hot Dog Man figure that can be decorated and eaten.
It's like a toy you can eat.
Classic dogs, beef dogs, turkey dogs, veggie dogs. The Happy Hot Dog Man does them all.
Happy Hot Dog Man is awesome.
Take your family's food from boring to scoring. Make it a game to dress your dog the best and vote which one is the wiener.
We all end up acting like kids at dinner.
Make your dinner a wiener with the Happy Hot Dog Man.
Stop spreading your meat flaps. disgusting.
You're
I
actually-
hate that kid that like, oh no, it's like a toy you can eat. Oh.
But
I want to put ketchup on a Hot Wheel and make that kid choke on it. Let him eat his own toy.
do the dance you were doing, the happy hot dog wiener
There's a
dance.
moment where the wiener goes like this.
You're very good at it.
It was. Made me laugh. That's weird. Like, you know your hot dog's ready to eat once it's spread eagle and smiling at you.
They're actually kind of cute, though. I like them.
No thanks. Come on, get it.
One of the things that professional film and television productions have to do when they shoot is get permits.
That's true. And what we learned from our number 3 video is that the new show John Benjamin Has a Van. It's not exactly professional.
Oh, but we're.
Are they filming something?
Yeah, this is you can't. This is you can't shoot here. So the show you can't shoot here.
Can you? I'm sorry.
This is the show you can't shoot here. We're here to shoot video for the show you can't shoot here.
Okay.
Okay. So we just. I mean, I'll just walk around.
Let
And,
me get my. Because you're not allowed to shoot. And
right. I know.
Can you, sir? Excuse me. Sir.
Oh, sorry. We were explaining that we're on the show. You can't shoot here. That's why.
No, you can't shoot here.
We're shooting in places where you can't shoot, and we already got it. So we're done.
Well,
No filming in the store.
It's a nice one.
I mean, thanks for being on You Can't Shoot Here.
I think that's great, but it reminds me that some people can be just so uptight about something as non-intrusive as a camera being in their face.
For
I mean,
the
that's just-
last time, Kevin, no, you cannot set up a camera in my bathroom.
It's for my art, Candace. My art.
Andy Warhol art or Joan Jonas art?
Which one has the most girls peeing in it?
Kevin, no, it doesn't matter. No.
Warhol?
This is what I have to deal with every day. Today's number 2 item is a bit of backwoods rope climbing.
Which very quickly turns into a bit of backyard wrestling.
okay. Let's go. Thank you, Ready? Yes.
No surprise.
God, it looks like
No
he
surprise.
snapped his neck.
Yeah, and his penis. But you know, there is an old saying, never hang a Sorry.
What's that saying, Kevin? You want to start? Wait, let's go back. Okay.
I thought of the wiener dance for some reason. There is an old saying. It's a Portuguese saying, so it's hard to, do the translation. I don't speak it.
Okay.
But it's never hang suspended upside down over a shallow river and let your friend hop onto your rope harness in a sexually suggestive position. Again, it's a little lost in it's more poetic in Portuguese.
Oh.
But
Okay,
it
you
works.
and I grew up very differently.
Okay. Still ahead, sex tape remix! This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Butterfinger Snackers. Nobody's gonna lay a finger on my Butterfinger Snackers. In today's ATN, we met a pair of rope swingers who wound up drenched in fail. Tell us, what's the name of this river? Tweet us your responses at AOTS, hashtag OMGROFLOL. If your response makes a splash, we'll feature it on Friday's show. Stop doing that face.
Stop doing what
Stop
face?
doing that face.
What face? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about in at number 1 today. What is it, Candace?
And
Please don't. Oh, please don't. I'll not dig you out of that hole. I'll not throw you a rope or a ladder. Go ahead.
A talk show remix by Smearballs.com.
All right, this is my favorite thing in a long time. No joke. It's incredible. You got to take one part ABC's chatty lady show, The View, add a healthy dose of After Effects, and then throw in a pinch of sex tape discussion.
The result, Barbara Walters' finest hour.
You know. You know. You know. But if you say what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. And it's just like you said, you're gonna say I'm saying that. What are you doing for sex tapes? Sex tape.
Greatest thing ever!
That's really great.
It's so good. Go
I love that.
to the interwebs after this program and watch the full thing. It's amazing. And kids, that's what it's like to be on drugs. So now you know.
So you've heard.
No, I think Barbara Walters was really stoned. So I think that's what it's like. Candace, were you aware? It's all right. We're all friends. Were you aware that a major sporting event is happening on the ice field?
Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals is happening moments
That's right.
from
It's
now.
time to sports. Come, Curl. Come now, Curl. Get it, Curl. Yeah. Expert Curls. Welcome back to Time to Sports. Now listen, it may be hot as balls this summer, but it's cold in the ice houses where the biggest tourney in Canadian slapper stick, the Stanley's Cup, is taking place. Fuck yeah! Of course, the biggest story is one that even you non-sports professionals can understand. Controversial man-on-man biting action. How? One of the Canuckers bit a guy who plays for the Bears during Game 1 of the finals. Now, that manimal didn't even pour any maple-eaten syrup on him. And he calls himself a Northern American. Part of a low-carb diet! Now, there's only one guy to talk to when it comes to sports-related biting, and we've got him on the show today. Gentlemen, because, ladies, we know you're not watching. Please welcome Iron Mike Tyson. Not here. Don't worry, I'm sure we've got an awesome backup guest in place, like, how about the guy that Mike Tyson bit? Huh? Everyone, please welcome Evander, the real deal Holyfield. No. Okay, please welcome biting expert, what's his guy's name? Paulie, that's right. Please welcome the actually physically here Subway sandwich artist, Paulie. Brofist. All right, now we're cooking. Time to guest. Palomino, welcome to Time to Sports. Let me ask you right off the bat, hard hitter. You a sports fan?
Yeah, I really like soccer.
Oh, soccer. Not a lot of hand chopping in the footy ball, am I right?
Actually, you're not allowed to use your hands at all.
You're damn right. Sports. We're experts. Paulie, let's talk teeth. I want to get real with you. Tell us about your experience as being a biting expert.
I don't know if I'm an expert. I've seen a lot of.
It says it right there on the screen. Good enough for me.
Okay. I know what you're pointing to. I've seen a lot of people eat sandwiches.
Okay, so talk me through this here. All right, let's take a step back here. Biting, it's like eating, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it, but then afterwards you have to chew. Do you really not know about this?
Well, that's why we bring in the experts here on Time to Sports, Palomino. Here's my point. If biting someone is just like eating someone, then that would mean it'd be accurate to say that this bitey slapsticker was in fact a cannibal. Am I right?
No, I don't think that is correct to say that at all.
I knew slapper stick was a barbarian's game, but this goes against the very core of human civilization. Slapper stickers are cannibals? You heard it here first.
Isn't that libel?
No, it's slander. You've been great, Paulo, but that sound means we've run down the clock and we're now in overtime. I'm Kevin Pereira. You're not. And we'll see you when it's time to sports.
Fleet Week in New York City, it's incredible to walk the decks of these massive ships. But what I really want to know is, what's the day in the life of a sailor really like? So take me through your day. What's your life like in the day of Fireman Dotson?
Dirty.
Dirty?
Real dirty.
What time do you get up?
We have Reveille call at 0600. I usually get around 0615. Do my hygiene, go eat breakfast. And we have quarters around 0730. So our day starts around 0800. We have PMS to do, miss preventive maintenance, miss checks that we do on the engine and other equipment that we have down here, ensuring that nothing happens, cleaning, making sure everything's operating properly.
So when you're done at night, what do you do for fun?
I sleep.
How many guys sleep in one berthing area at a time?
The berthings are broken down by department, so I think in this berthing compartment we hold about 40. But this is a Marine berthing, and when we deploy, we take up to 800 Marines.
And I understand there's kind of like strict rules for the guys in this area.
This is a big no-no right now. No females in male berthings, no males in female berthings. So if a member of the opposite sex was going to come into the berthing, they'd announce, like knock at the door, announce, hey, male on deck. They're not supposed to be hanging out or staying in the berthings for long periods of time.
All right, guys, good night. I'm going to bed. Bye. How many mouths a day do you feed?
It's about 2,000. It's Wednesday, so we have burgers. It's burgers, veggie burgers, hot dogs, fries, fast food type stuff.
Can you sort of take me through a day in the life of your job here on the ship every day?
Sure. On our longer days, we usually get up at 4 o'clock to be to work at 4:30. We serve breakfast for about 2 hours, starting at 5:30. And then we spend the most of the morning prepping for lunch. When we're underway, lunch goes longer, so we start at 10:30 and finish maybe about 2 o'clock or so, I'd say. And then dinner opens right back up at 4 o'clock. So we're on the go nonstop all day.
Well, can I kind of help you out in the kitchen?
Sure, absolutely. I can take you over to the grill if you want to flip some burgers.
Do it. Yeah. Look who's cooking, Mom. You'd be so proud. On these tours, I like to stop off at the gym. I want to look good for these sailors.
Typical day for me would be to wake up in the morning about 04:30 to get a little exercise in, hopefully in one of many gyms that we have on board the ship. Then I attend a series of meetings that can pertain to anything from the ship's training to the captain just kind of giving us some guidance and feedback. And then I meet with my chief petty officers and we go execute that vision that the captain has. And then after that, I'm pretty much walking around to each workstation, kind of getting feedback from the sailors and making sure that command is giving them everything they need to go execute their job and execute the ship's mission.
This is exciting. This is where you're from and you're coming home for Fleet Week. What's it like being a part of an event like this and being from here yourself?
It was just an absolute emotional moment for me. I love New York. I'll always be a New Yorker. It was just an incredible, incredible honor. I feel like I'm the luckiest man in the Navy.
Officers went on shore to enjoy the sights of New York City. They left me with a very important mission. I wonder if they want me to sweep the whole thing.
Excellent job, Miss Underwood.
Excellent job is right. Still ahead, Sarah Underwood knows your iPhone password, and she'll prove it in the feed. Oh, look at her.
Plus, today's viewer-requested gadget prawn is a 4G Android with a huge screen. It's literally the size of a building. And
It's not.
Steve-O is here live. He wrote a book. He had sex with a tranny. So, stick around. Today's Road Report is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Here's a question for you. Would you give up your sense of taste to be the first person to walk on Mars? You logged on to G4TV.com and told us what you thought, and we'll have the results after the break.
The only way to deal with a financial crisis is to run that ass down to the bank and get them ducats out. Banks are first skanks.
The results are in, and about 58% of you said that you would give up your sense of taste to be the first person to walk on Mars. Too bad you won't be able to enjoy all that exquisite Martian food while you're there. Log on to G4TV.com for more questions like this and tell us just how far you'd go.
I would never, ever give about my taste. I don't think for anything, unless someone was dying.
I don't think
I like to eat too much.
56% of our audience would either, to be honest.
56 or 58 or something. That's a lot of people.
They're just drooling and clicking on a web poll. That's all that's happening.
Okay.
Hey, you know, the headlines
That
can be
makes me feel
confusing.
better. But Sarah Underwood makes understanding the news easy.
Thanks, guys. Right now, it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
I'm Sarah Underwood. It's Wednesday, June 15th, and here are your top stories. Tech bubble? What tech bubble? Music streaming site Pandora went public today after raising $235 million from their initial offering price of $16 a share. Today's stock soared as high as $26 before finally settling at $17.50. This means that Pandora is currently estimated at a value of $3.4 billion. You know, give or take a couple million. Which, come on, that is not too bad for a company that has never made a profit. Pretty cool. And Gran Turismo fanboy just proved that video game playing can translate into real-world success. Yeah, listen to this. A Spanish gamer named Lucas Ordonez won a PlayStation-sponsored Gran Turismo contest and got the opportunity to drive an actual race car in the famous Le Mans 24-hour tournament. Apparently, the hours of gaming paid off as Ordonez placed second in the overall freaking race. Not bad for a former couch potato. That is so awesome. Just don't try this with Assassin's Creed because face stabbing, not a sanctioned sport. No. And have you ever hated a company so much that you wanted them to suffer? Yes? Well, Lulzsec feels your pain and they want to help. On Tuesday, the hacker group opened a hack request voicemail line where anyone can call and suggest a company to be hacked. 3 hours after posting the phone number to Twitter, Lulzsec claimed to have received 2,500 voicemails. And in related news, Lulzsec just announced on their Twitter page that they hacked the CIA.gov website. And since they're taking requests, how about, IRS... Oprah...
Are you okay, Sarah?
I'm okay, I just had a tickle or something. I don't know, it's weird. And finally, it turns out iPhone users aren't too creative about choosing a code for their unlock screen. A developer recently gathered data on iPhone owners and found that even though there are over 10,000 possible codes, at least 1 in 10 use the code 1234 or 0000. Other unimaginative did I do an extra zero in there? No? Okay, all right. Other unimaginative combinations include 2580 right down the middle of the keypad and 1111. Let's just hope these people are better choosing a code for the ATM card. You know what I mean? Get it? I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Now back to Kevin and Candace.
Thanks, Sarah.
Hey, congratulations to your family from Mars. It's Viewer Requested Phone Week.
Hola, Gadget Prun.
Samsung is out to prove that the biggest can be the best with the Infuse 4G. With a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen, you'll be immersed in flash-enabled web browsing and tons of apps. The complete Android experience. They also crammed a 1.2 gigahertz processor and dual cameras into a body only 0.35 inches thick. So snag this sexy handset for $120 with a contract.
Now, just to give you a sense of how big the Infuse's screen is, here it is, Kevin. We have an iPhone here to compare.
Look at that. That's a little... There you go.
Hey! Look how big that is.
Hey!
It's huge.
Oh, software update. Awesome. When you hold it in your hand, you realize how much bigger it is than the average smartphone. It's... But here's the thing.
A lot lighter.
Surprisingly lighter than the iPhone. It's actually because it's mostly plastic. And I don't mind the plastic feel. Some people have said it feels cheap to them. It didn't to me. It just was surprisingly light, which I think is, you get shocked by that. So then you go, oh, okay, it must be cheap. But it has this textured surface on the back that fools you into thinking it's not plastic. I ain't fooled.
But it is.
No plastic when I touch it.
The Infuse is running Android 2.2, which isn't the newest version. Is that going to be a problem?
It is not, but it's not really that big of an issue. There aren't enough obvious differences between 2.2 and 2.3 to really make it a factor. Most people have no idea what that means anyways. The phone runs stock Android with some small tweaks. Touches are responsive, but there is that little bit of Android lag, which I guess is now kind of a thing, like it's a calling card. It's responsive. The Infuse launches apps just as fast as the iPhone and the Droid Charge. And there are a handful of AT&T apps built in, some useful, some not at all. But unfortunately, you can't uninstall them, which is kind of an issue. You know, like you should be able to take them off.
Yeah, okay. How's the 4G service?
AT&T 4G speeds here in LA are not that great. So if you're buying this phone because it's 4G, you should make sure that you've got decent 4G coverage in your area. And depending upon the state you're in, they have like trial periods. Even if you buy and sign a contract, you have X amount of days to make sure you get service. Yeah, in case you buy a phone, take it home, and you don't get service in your apartment. Most people don't. It's not like they tout that when they hand you a receipt. By the way, you can bring this crap back.
But you can't.
They don't tell you that, but in some states you can. So it's worth noting that if you're into it for the 4G, make sure it works before you keep it.
All right, can we please talk about the massive 4.5-inch screen on this thing?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting hot flashes right now. It's one of the brightest and sharpest screens we've seen on any phone ever. And the extra real estate comes in handy, especially if you're searching the web. And as you can see there, that's a giant keyboard. Having that added space
it's awesome.
when you're using it is really, really a plus. And videos look outstanding. I would not have a problem watching a whole movie on it if I had enough Adderall. The phone comes with a $25 credit that you can use in Samsung's Media Hub app, and they actually have a good selection of movies and TV shows to rent. You can also buy them, but as of right now, they're like $17, $20 to buy. And there's no like Media Hub on your home TV, so I wouldn't do that.
Okay, how's the camera?
It takes photos. It's pretty sweet. There's an 8-megapixel rear camera right there, and a front-facing camera for video chatting. For all your watermelon fetishists out there. Pictures.
He has such a creepy face as he's eating it.
It's his normal eating face, Candace. That was very rude. Pictures taken in daylight look great. Low-light shots didn't. The LED flash, though, that was at night. That was midnight, and it actually lit up the entire sky.
Oh my gosh.
It's insanely bright. It shoots 720p video, and the quality is as good as we've seen on any phone. So kudos on the old cameras.
I thought it was really midnight.
What? You thought...
The Infuse...
Wait, you thought this thing...
Doesn't matter.
Would have blinded pilots and taken down flights?
The Infuse is $120 with a contract. How many seals are we giving it? Stop laughing at me.
Hey, bigger is better, so I've been told while they're crying. 4 out of 5. If you're in the market for an Android phone, this is a great one to get.
All right, that's it for today's Gadgetpron. But if you have a gadget you would like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@G4TV.
I almost gave you third-degree burns by taking a photo. I'm sorry. I forgot. You can't use the flash indoors.
I got something for you down here.
Put that away.
Stay tuned. Steve-O's here live.
Yeah. He used to smash books against his junk, but now he's actually written one. That'll be fun. Stick around.
The feed is brought to you by the General Automobile Insurance Services. For the best car insurance rates online, go to the General and save some time.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
So, out of every crazy thing that Steve-O has ever done, I think writing a book might be the craziest.
Hi, I'm Steve-O. And long before Jackass, I dreamed of being a professional idiot. My dreams came true. I did a lot of dumb stuff. And I mean a lot of dumb stuff. My life got pretty out of control. And ultimately, my dream turned into a nightmare.
Oh, bad news, bad news, bad news.
I don't know how, but I lived to tell my story.
I'm so glad you're here on different terms. Please welcome back Steve-O, everybody. Dude, hi, brother. I told you last time you were here, I'm a huge fan of the new Steve-O, and the book is riveting. It's a fantastic read, so congrats on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I say that It's kind of like a Million Little Pieces, but you don't have to apologize to Oprah about it. Like, it's real. You lived this life.
Right.
This is insane. What's crazy is that Steve O's coming on the show. We're talking about it, and people could imagine that you have done anything. But when they find out that you're like a hardcore vegan or vegetarian, they go, "What? Steve O's he doesn't eat meat? That's crazy." For some reason, you're that crazy that the thought of you just being a vegetarian freaks them out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was always so drastically unhealthy. I'm just not a moderation kind of guy. You know, like I'm gonna be unhealthy. I'm gonna be unhealthy, and now I'm like trying to be healthy, and so I'm taking that to extremes too. You know, I love it, man. It was. I describe it in the book how I did drugs to the point where I was like hearing voices and seeing like hallucinations. I mean, people were walking around my apartment that were never actually there. You know, like, you know. I even kid around, and it's not even a joke. It's completely serious. That I had like full-on interventions where like people showed up and like walked in and had a seat to have this talk with me, and it turned out they were never there.
They were never there?
They were never there. I hallucinated interventions.
That would be the most awkward episode of that show when it's just you in a room crying, listening to nobody. It's just dead air for an hour.
The poor neighbor, like always.
Have you apologized to that neighbor?
I did.
You really?
I tracked him down. Yeah, I tracked him down and I apologized to him.
Just so people have what were some of the things you did to your neighbor at the height of your?
Yeah, I pounded on the wall and smashed a hole through all the way with like like a broomstick. Like I poked all the way through into his apartment.
You gave him a glory hole in his condo.
Yeah, exactly. and
with Steve O on the other side of it, by the way. Like,
it was nuts because this poor guy, man. Like I'm hearing voices in my ears. You know, is how it works. You know, and these like some of them are telling me like mean things and telling me to hurt myself. And some of them are telling me that like they're worried about me and they want me. And I'm, you know, when they're telling me like, hey, you've really got a problem, these voices, I'm like screaming, I'm fine, I'm just screaming. I'm like literally alone in my apartment, screaming at voices at my head.
And a neighbor peering through the hole. Are you sure you're fine? Steve, are you sure you're getting there?
It was crazy.
But let me ask you, with the life that you had, and looking back in page 4, it must blow you away.
Yeah,
the fact that you're here.
Crazy, man.
Here you are on the precipice of this new road. Like, are you confident as to where this road goes and where it ends?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. But I do know this, that the way that we treat others is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. And clearly, you know, at the point when, you know, when the intervention happened with Knoxville and the guys, by that point, I just did not have good feelings about myself, and
forget the way you treat others, the way you were treating yourself.
The way I was treating myself, and because of the way I felt about myself, clearly, you know, I didn't have anything nice or to say or do to anybody else, and it was really hard to deal with that in you know, in this recovery process where you take an honest look at yourself and your actions. You know, like.
Did you come to a conclusion about yourself? Or?
Well, about 100 days into sobriety. And working, you know, this program, like the fog cleared, and I was able to see myself.
I thought you were going to say you set your testicles on fire again. I was like, oh, did you relapse? I found a lighter.
Now the fog cleared, and I was able to see myself for what I'd really turned into, and I was horrified, man. I felt like I couldn't forgive myself, and it was bad, man. Like I wound up in a psychiatric ward, having been sober for 100 days.
Wow. Wow.
And yeah, it was wild.
But you've come such a 3 years of sobriety, by the way. In case you didn't know. Congratulations.
And going back to the first question about being vegan, you know, like by deliberately changing the way that I act towards others, towards animals, you know, towards the environment, you know, it really has rearranged the way that I feel about myself, and it's really benefited every area of my life.
Let me ask you this: you say in the book, and we're already running out of time. I hate that. You say in the book that your life changed when you got a camcorder. That was it for you.
Yeah.
So could you imagine being like 6 to 9 years old now, getting a flip cam and having access to YouTube? Like, we wouldn't be talking, right?
It would be tough to stand out you know, and all that. But then, you know, so part of me thinks, oh, I would never stand out in all that sea of videos. But then look at Justin Bieber. You know, he came up on YouTube, right? So, so it's entirely possible, man.
I think that's the only parallel you could ever draw to a 6-year-old Steve-O and a flip cam and Justin Bieber is the fact that you both be on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think that's about it.
The way that I did it, you know, I stole a video camera from my dad. You know, that's how I started. I filmed. I was in University of Miami. This girl saw that I wasn't going to class. This girlfriend I had. I wasn't going to class. All I wanted to do was jump off the diving boards at the pool and ride my skateboard. She told me she was looking into her future and couldn't see me in it. so she dumped me, and it broke my heart. And from that point, like, I wanted to jump off of. Instead of the diving boards, jump off of like apartment buildings into shallow pools and be crazy. And I was
prove her wrong. I'll be in your future.
Right. Well, you know. And I wound up, you know, I was filming all these stunts and showing to people, and they really reacted, like, genuinely, like they were shocked and entertained and impressed. And I thought at that point, you know, there's something here, man. So I kept filming, and I was like, I'm going to be a crazy stuntman. I always had 2 VCRs plugged together, and I was just recording, filming, editing, duping, and going to the post office with VHS tapes, sending them out to anybody I thought might watch them. Wow. And my goal was really to be in skateboard videos. And then, you know, the guy who was in charge of the skateboard videos that I was featured in, he went to Spike Jonze and he said, hey, Spike, man, everybody really loves our videos, but nobody cares so much about the skateboarding
part.
Thinking if we take out the skateboarding, what's left over would be a great show. And then, you know, they took out the skateboarding.
Like, man, I learned to skateboard for nothing. All right, that's okay. How does this lead to accidental sex with a tranny, real quick?
Okay.
Where's that part? Because we're literally out of time, but I mean, how does this...
I will tell you, man, like, you know, we took out the skateboard, and what was left over was me and Knoxville and the guys. It was Jackass. All of us guys, we just love we love doing gay stuff. We love running around in thongs. We love all the homoerotic stuff. And it's never been like about like making fun of homosexuals or targeting them or attacking them at all. What it has been about is really, and I feel this is true, is a noble effort on our part to rid the world of homophobia. You know, we're like
one tranny at a time.
Well, no, we love we delight in making homophobic people uncomfortable with all of our gay humor. And as I'm writing that in the book, I'm saying, you know, like, I feel like we're doing something helpful and confronting homophobia. And then I realized, well, how can I say that and then not include the part about the time that tranny went down on me?
And another chapter was born.
That would be a little hypocritical.
Steve, you gotta. I know you're on a crazy press tour right now, and again, the book is incredible. When you're done with it, if you have a second, I'd love to do an extended chat with you and really get down to it.
I would love that too. But let me do this trick. I saw.
You're not gonna.
I'm gonna be fine. Right. I saw this ladder.
Real quick. He saw a ladder.
Yeah. See, like.
Just promise me this doesn't end with blood or semen or a tranny. Okay.
Okay.
Candace just ran to the back of the room.
Oh wow, it's heavy.
What is it?
I can't.
Okay.
I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
Do you? There's a lot of plasmas around here, Steve. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Really? Yeah, this is going to happen right here. Wow. Does balancing this on your chin bring you back to the tranny? No, don't.
Oh, my God.
Dude, so good. Please come back for another chat. Steve-O, Professional Idiot, a memoir, is now available. Head over to steve-o.com for info on his book tour. But now over to Miss Candace.
I was so scared just now. You've been drafted into the Green Lantern Corps. We are going behind the scenes of Warner Brothers Pictures' Green Lantern to bring you exclusive interviews with the cast and crew. Green Lantern, an exclusive look, airs tomorrow at 8. Stay tuned. There's more Attack of the Show after this. Okay, here we go.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures' Green Lantern. In theaters, June 17th.
Can I help?
Oh, yeah. Oh, get him.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Actor Simon Pegg will be here to geek out about his new book, Nerd Do Well. Then, viewer-requested Cell Phone Week continues when Chris Hardwick rates Verizon's slimmest 4G phone, the Droid Charge. And Chris Gore finds out it ain't easy being green when he sits down with Ryan Reynolds and the cast of The Green Lantern. See it tomorrow.
Hey, it's time to attack these gaming gadgets.
Yep. Shot.
With all the buzz surrounding E3 this time of year, hi Kevin, it's easy to forget our gaming roots. Well, ThinkGeek's iCade is here to help us remember. Combining the power of an iPad and a retro-style arcade case, it will fill you with nostalgia in no time. Fully supporting Atari's greatest hits app, you can download and play everything from Asteroids to Pong. While the iCade case itself will run you $100, you'll need to cough up another $15 for access to all of Atari's classics. But hey, who can really put a price on memories? If Atari games are a little too retro for your taste, then you might be interested in the next item on our list, the Superboy. This portable Super Nintendo allows you to play full-sized SNES games and features a 3.5-inch screen, 2 controller ports, and over 5 hours of battery life. If that isn't enough, you can slap in a game and hook it up to your TV for the full-screen gaming pleasure. Yeah. While still in its prototype stage, the Superboy is scheduled, I just really like saying that, Superboy is scheduled to come out this summer for around $80. And finally, if you're over the past and you've got eyes on the future, then you'll want to check out the Novit Zeo. Resembling an exoskeleton, this virtual reality device attaches to your arm and provides haptic feedback, which allows you to feel what is actually happening in a game as well as control your character. When combined with other VR gear, such as motion controls, it creates a hyper-realistic gaming experience. Unfortunately, the Zeo is still in development, but we eagerly look forward to the day where we will appear even more ridiculous in our living rooms while poning nudes. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of this gaming gear and more.
Hey, I want to point out Zacian on the old Twitter wall says, best guest ever to Dr. Steve-O. And I agree.
He was great.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have like 4
expect.
hours with him, but well, I didn't know either. I was telling him, I'm like, dude, you don't need to hurt yourself anymore. You're past that. You're an author, and it's like
And then he pulls out the ladder.
Well, he walked in, he's like, hey, what's that over there? And ran over. I'm like, don't bleed on our set, please. So, Steve-O,
That was crazy.
that was really awesome. That is a heavy,
I can't believe he did
heavy
that.
louder.
I was scared it was going to fall and like break his head open and then bust all of our plasma
So was the man in plaid. What were you really going to do there, Brian? Let it hurt the plasma. Hey, many, many thanks to Dr. Steve-O. And, of course, Sarah Underwood as well.
Stick around, and all new episode of Web Soup starts right now. Good night.